My name is Joe Harris from Farmers Insurance, and I'm going to go over a quote with you that you would commonly see from farmers. And I'm going to start on page 2. Page 1 and the top of page 2 is just going to be confirmation of uh, the policy type and the policy home and some of your personal information. As you can see, you've got your product type up here and your estimate number, your effective dates for your proposal. Sometimes these will be a little bit further out depending on what we've tried to do and got you any kind of early shopper discount or something like that. Next down here, you're going to actually see the replacement cost for your house. This is important for you to understand that this is a replacement cost. It's not necessarily what your house is worth on the open market. It's to rebuild the house as it sits on the land. Usually it's related to the square footage of your home and exactly how much it's costing to rebuild houses at that time. You've got your guaranteed replacement cost, which is included in this one. Your separate structures, in this particular instance, it's like a shed that's been put out back on a concrete pad, tin shed. It didn't cost them anywhere near this amount, but they are covered. It is up to 10% of this amount in order for that to be there. Your personal property, that's going to be everything inside the home, your clothing, your furniture, your TVs, everything that's there. And then its contents loss settlements coverage is actually on replacement cost, which is where you want that to be. You don't want them to buy you another couch from 5 years ago. You want them to buy you a couch from today so that you need replacement cost. Loss of use is actually going to be simply whenever there's a problem at your house and you have to move into a hotel or into an apartment for a little while. This is the cost that you're going to be covered up to in order to make that useful. Obviously, you're going to have to eat out because you don't have a kitchen. You're going to have to buy some new clothes. You're going to have some living expenses you have to take care of, and that's where this amount comes from. It's also for 24 months, especially in this area right now. We're having a whole lot of problems with build costs our build times being a little bit longer. Your personal liability is going to be if someone is hurt on your property, that's the amount that you're covered up to. Medical payments to others, this is going to help out if someone does get hurt, help them pay that deductible on their insurance. Limited earthquake is actually included in this policy. Your identity theft indemnity, so this is going to help you if your credit card is taken. It's going to give you up to this amount. And then identity fraud expense coverage is expanded upon in this situation if they were to take away from you. The indemnity is actually to help you like replace anything that's not there, and then the expenses if they actually do end up charging something on your credit card. Mine subsidence in this area is important, being as though we are in Illinois, there's a lot of mines and stuff out here. Building ordinance, this is because your house was built a little while ago, and this is going to be up to 10% of your total cost to bring anything that was built and is not up to code. As far as your electrical or your roofing or even the flooring or anything like that, HVAC, whatever it happens to be. Roofing material, limited matching. So if you're going to have different siding or different roofing, it's going to match what needs to be set. And then you've got the replacement cost value on that, which is important on roofs as well, because if it didn't have replacement cost, it might be the cost of roofing back whenever it was actually fixed. Your fence loss is replacement if you happen to have fences. These things, a lot of them are actually included, so you're going to see that's on there. We're on page 3 now. Your access, your coverage for concrete and tunneling. Obviously, that's not really applicable in this situation, but if it does need to be taken care of, obviously it is the dwelling limit on there. Metal and marring would be included in this, and that's going to be like your gutters and your downspouts and stuff, if there is a hail damage to any of that kind of stuff. We have some added in this particular policy. We have some extra added stuff. Your jewelry and watches and stuff like that. They actually have a second residence here, but that's not applicable to everything. Theft of firearms, so they have some firearms inside the house. Business on premises. So, maybe they have just a small business that they're running on the property. And then electric data, so maybe that has to do with the business that's included there. And then stolen money from actually inside the house, stolen paperwork that's inside the house, all of that has a cost to replace. Your silver or goldware, if it happens to be any of that kind of stuff, your imported rugs obviously included in there. Theft and collectibles, watercraft and windsurfers, if you have a jet ski or something like that, a trailer that's parked at the residence there, and then auto parts that are parked there. This is your total premium, and then down here you see there's an added fee here, and so the in red gives you your total premium in this particular situation. Moving on here to page 4, this is just talking about some of the property deductibles. So your deductibles as far as your earthquake loss or your total earthquake loss. So this is going to be your limited, and this is for your total coverage. And then you do see some property discounts in this situation. In this case, they have a burglar alarm. They have both a home and an auto insured for us, so they're getting a discount there. They do have a central fire alarm, so they're getting a discount there, a claim free for not having a claim over a certain period of time, and the good payer for not missing a payment. You're seeing your value package as far as this is kind of giving you your payment options. If you were to pay it at once or to pay, then it goes down to your monthly. And then finally your monthly, you're going to save a little bit of money with paying it on an electronic funds transfer. That's because it's cheaper for the payment there. This just kind of goes through some of your coverages and evaluates what I just actually said. And the next thing that you probably need to pay attention to is here on page 7. It gives you a total dwelling, so you want to make sure you kind of look at that. That's important. It goes over a little bit of your reconstruction versus your market value, kind of reiterating the thing that I said at the very beginning there. And then here is on page 8, and it could be different on your particular quote, but this is kind of some of the overall thoughts on your house. Is some of the information that we know. So it gives you the zip code, the year built, your square footage, a little bit about the house itself. And you should kind of look over this and make sure that it's relevant and it is correct. Otherwise, let your insurance agent know or let us know here at the office, and we can get that figured out. And that is pretty much your quote and what you need to know about it. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to call our office if you have any questions at all.